So today we got a lot of really good stuff coming out. The grifters were going hardcore against Trump, because of this Iran ceasefire. But in response to that, a lot of good stuff came out against blackpilling. And it came out from our vice president, El Presidente, and more. And so I'm going to get through this, and then we're going to end on a secret that Trump shared that kind of blew my mind. It's so good. It's so powerful, this statement Trump made that just runs how he sees things. And I'd never heard it before, and I've read Art of the Deal and all that. But so we're going to end on that. But first, I want to show this little clip of JD Vance and then show you some of the reasons, guys, why we are absolutely winning. And we are just at the beginning of all this winning that's coming, where it's finally, and I know this is what a lot of people have been waiting for, it's finally going to trickle down to us, and the signs are there. But let's start with JD today doing just great. This is great right here.
The piece of advice I'd give to you, and I give it to American students, American conservatives in particular, is resist the temptation to think that victory is immediate or that we're going to win back our civilization through instant gratification. This institution was founded in 1996. It's far more influential than it was back then. But I think a lot of people, this is particularly true in the United States of America, if they see something that the administration does they don't like, they say, oh, that's not what we voted for, we're going to check out of politics. No. That's the exact wrong response. If we do something you don't like, the response should be to get more involved, to make your voice heard, and to try to push things in the direction that you want them to be pushed. Our civilization was not built overnight. It's not going to be saved overnight. And so what I'd encourage you to do is stay involved, be patient, and don't let disappointment turn to checking out of the system entirely. There's way too much of that, I would say, in the Anglo system and the American system. There's way too much, I didn't like this thing that the vice president said, or I didn't like this thing that the president did, and I'm going to completely check out. We call that blackpilling in the United States of America, and blackpilling is how you give power to the forces that are trying to destroy what our ancestors built.
Oh, man, that is so good. Blackpilling is how you give power to the dark forces. Oh my God, that's so good, and it's so true. I talk about this all the time. So good. JD Vance, man, crushing it.
We need to take power back from those people and build the kind of institutions that can actually save our societies. It will not happen overnight. It will not happen in the term of one prime minister or one president, but it will happen so long as we keep our faith in God and we work hard to achieve it. That's what we have to do.
Is that me on that stage? This is what I've been saying all the freaking time. I just couldn't believe it. It's like I felt like I was listening to myself. I preach this all the time here on the channel. Listen, he couldn't be more right. Blackpilling is the worst thing to do. It's completely wrong. If you're especially if you're a person of faith, you have no excuse. Especially a Christian, you have no excuse because you're literally commanded by God to have hope. Because you can't have faith without hope, and without faith you can't please God. You have to have faith, and so faith and hope are intertwined. You can't have one without the other. If you're blackpilling, you're not trusting God. You're not believing in God. You're not believing what He's, and you're not being obedient either. So, just amazing stuff from our vice president. And God, I got to tell you, I love this guy. I do. I believe all the nonsense about him is a psyop because I truly believe this guy is going to be the uniter in the country. It's going to be Trump is the warrior. He's the David. He's crushing the bad guys. He's breaking the old institutions, the power of evil. And when JD comes in, he'll be like a Solomon. He's going to be the one to lead us into the golden age that Trump built, that Trump laid the foundation for. And Vance, with his ability to speak, his ability to communicate and remain calm in these situations, and I do believe he's a good man of faith. I believe he's going to be the uniter in the country that takes us to the next level that truly takes us into the golden age. I've believed this. Everybody here who's been to this for 3 years knows I've believed this for the last 2.5 years. I've been saying this. I'm going to remain consistent on this. Nobody talks like this man. And the only nonsense out there against him is the Whitney Webb crap. And Whitney Webb, I'm telling you guys, is an asset. And she's planting this stuff because they are terrified of him. And you can see how they have attacked him. Every time Vance starts to get prominent again, the people, like all the bad guys, attack him big time. And there's a reason. There's a reason for that. Trump today posted, "No panikins." Is this interesting? That's all came out today. I love it. So let's look at a couple of things going on here where you won't be panicking. U.S. refineries are now processing Venezuelan oil. We were told that would take years. It's already happened. Already happened. That's incredible. That's going to start having an impact real soon here. Next, the latest crystal ball ratings for the midterms. Look at this. 14 toss-ups, Republicans only 5 behind in this, and this is before Florida and before the Voting Rights Act could be shut down. Guys, we have essentially a tied race, and they still have the Republicans holding. So everybody blackpilling about the midterms, guys, this is not even close to over. A couple more wins here. Wages and productivity growth are seeing huge boosts from Biden-era decline. Look at this. Wages and productivity just jumping up. That's amazing. We're ahead of, so we've completely erased everything that happened since COVID, and we're back up. I know I'm moving fast, but listen to this. This is interesting. Is this the real mission of Artemis 2? The moon is more than a destination. It's a resource. Allegedly, it's filled with helium-3, very valuable gas. Do you know what that means? Drill, baby, drill. Where have we heard that before? Retired U.S. Air Force Lieutenant Geneva Stephen L. Quast says China had outposts on the moon mining helium-3 and bringing it back to Earth on the dark side of the moon. I don't know if this is true, but man, it makes sense if it was, wouldn't it? What are we all about? Resources. Trump's all about getting resources from different places. Pretty crazy stuff. And then look at where our economy is already at. This is with the war, just coming out of it. So imagine what's going to happen once prices go down. Oil prices go down. U.S. Economic Surprise Index is up to 0.338, highest since October 23. The index measures economic data expectations to reality, rising above zero when data beats estimates, falling below when data misses. Since July 25, the index has risen 0.74 points from 0.4, the lowest since September 24. Recent surge has been driven by stronger than expected retail sales, manufacturing PMI, and Conference Board consumer confidence. This suggests analysts significantly underestimate how much momentum the U.S. economy had heading into the war. You don't say. Oh, it's almost like Trump's policies are working? Just wait. I've predicted that the tax cuts, the deregulations, the manufacturing money coming in, and the oil prices going down would lead to a massive economic boom starting in Q3 to Q4 of this year and carrying through the rest of Trump's term and beyond. We'll see. But so far, so good. It's starting to look good. And this is why. A good reminder. I've played this clip before, but I figured it's time to play it again. Here's Van Jones, one of the biggest lefties out there, on rose to prominence thanks to Team Obama, reminding us about Trump.
The mainstream media is the fringe, and the fringe is now the mainstream. How the hell did Donald Trump figure out? I mean, Joe Rogan is obvious, right? Like, we knew the guy had a big audience. It's not like we were, like, stunned. But, like, how the hell was he, the 78-year-old guy who doesn't even have a computer, and still like writes handwritten notes. How did he become the guy who cracked the code on, to your point, running a cultural, I don't even want to say campaign, running
it was a movement. Look,
movement, heading a cultural movement versus a campaign.
Every one of your people knows Elon. Listen.
Yeah.
So I mean, everybody keeps, I mean, the problem is you have a framework in your mind that how can Donald Trump? Guys, can we cut it out? Donald Trump is not an idiot. Donald Trump, let me just be very clear. Donald Trump is smarter than me, you, and all critics. You know why we know? Because he has the White House, the Senate, the House.
Totally agree.
Court, the popular vote. He has a massive.
I never get tired of hearing Van Jones say that. Donald Trump is smarter than all of us. It's a good reminder to have today, right? Seeing all the people crashing out on X, all the influencers turning against him, all these people just like, oh, you know, Iran, they actually won. It's a good reminder to remember that Donald Trump's actually smarter than all of us. Don't you forget it. And, you know, in that reminder, seeing the economy heading up, remember not to blackpill. Donald Trump's smarter than all of us. I mean, when you're white pilling guys and when you're actually looking at what's happening, America's back and we are coming back strong. This is an incredible post, but look at this. I was told America's in decline by the rest of the world on Twitter. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing Americans knocking off dictators and taking the lead in our half of the globe. I'm seeing our athletes winning gold medals at the Olympics. I'm seeing our warfighters pull off impossible missions in denied territory. I'm seeing our scientists and astronauts explore parts of the universe we've previously never been to. No one else is doing a quarter of what we're doing. I might not agree with some of the actions of the country. I don't like war. I've seen it's ugly. I don't like fraud. It's wasteful. I don't like secret cabals of evil men doing heinous and unspeakable things because they think they're untouchable. But I bet on my nation. I bet on my people. I bet on America. As long as American men and women continue to hold on to our pioneer spirit with the objective of freedom and prosperity in our sights, this nation will always come out on top for the better of mankind. Anyone who bets against us is a fool. Man, that just kind of makes you proud, doesn't it? It's only been 15 months of Trump being back, and look at how far we've already come. Our culture is shifting. We are America again. And yes, even America with our issues, but we're America again. And I haven't felt that. I haven't felt it completely. I felt it for a blip in the first term, but not like this. This is the most patriotic our nation has been, the most together, the most inspirational, the most aspirational we've been. I can remember since the early 2000s, the 90s. It's been a long time, folks, and we're back. And that brings us back all full circle to what I've been teasing this whole night, and that's Trump's secret. This, guys, is the kind of thing that if you catch it, it's life-changing. So Tucker, talking to President Trump about the war in Iran, said it would destroy his presidency. Mr. Trump, who's known Carlson for years, tried to reassure him over the phone. I know you're worried about it, but it's going to be okay, said the president. Tucker asked how he knew, and Trump responded, because it always is. Oh, man. Dude, that's something we all need to learn. Donald Trump, who is crass and brash and intense, he's also one of the most courageous men alive. And he's always, and I repeat, always optimistic and positive and believes it's going to work out. And you know what? His life proves that that mindset has served him very, very well. Even in just the 10 years I've been following him, it's been miracle after miracle for this guy. And I got to tell you, optimism and confidence is very similar, if not basically the same thing as hope and faith. When you walk in that all the time, when you have that as your Tao, for lack of a better word, as your mantra, and that's what you live by, things just tend to work out for you more. And this is incredible, guys. I know you're worried about it. It's going to be okay, because it always is. If that isn't similar to the gospel, I don't know what is. So, listen, Trump's not Jesus. We don't put our trust in Trump. We love God, but God has chosen this man. He's chosen this man. He is, and the reason I believe he chose Trump is because of this right here. Because he knew he could pick a fighter with intellect, who's always been consistent, who loves his country and his people, and who will take the risks needed to win, because he believes it'll always work out. And that's powerful stuff right there, guys. That's powerful stuff. And that's why I believe, we're going to win. We're winning right now. We're going to keep winning. It's going to happen. God's going to finish what he started, and he's using Trump to do it. This is going to be amazing, and we're going to keep seeing it. Mark my words. The best is still yet to come. And I'm very excited about it.